It's time once again for a powerful mix of fitness, focus, and philosophy. Philosophy? That's right. Kick back and get ready for your host. Wisdom keeps her fit mentally, squats keep her fit and fine physically. Yes, I said fine. Tune in and prepare to challenge your body and your mind with Professor Kristen Hester. You'll think better, you'll live smartly, and all thanks to Kristen teaching us right now how to squat wisely. And now here's Professor Kristen Hester.
Welcome to today's episode of Squat Wisely. Today the focus is Pay It Forward Friday. For some of my students as well as myself, we are thinking of creative ways to pay it forward for random and unsuspecting strangers. As this episode unfolds, I highly encourage you to join us by doing the exact same thing for some random person who is out there. When it comes to paying it forward, it is not limited to a monetary value. You can pay it forward with your words. You can pay it forward with your time even. Whatever resonates within you, pay that forward and really have a positive and profound impact on the life of the recipient who is fortunate enough to receive it. I'm going to share a clip from a few years ago where I was doing a talk on service. And in that clip, I was speaking on the profound impact of service. Sometimes when we are randomly paying for someone's coffee, when we write a nice card for the nice girl at Walmart who always checks us out, it may seem really small to us. It may not even seem like it should carry that much weight. But sometimes it could carry more weight than you even realize. So as you're listening to this, if someone has been on your heart, even if it is a relative, they could still be unsuspecting of you to send them a card in the mail. So if your loved one has been on your heart, if an old friend has been on your heart, or maybe if it's someone out in public who has helped you at Starbucks or the grocery store, your postman, whoever it is, if they're on your heart and you feel led to do something kind for that person, allow this episode to be confirmation that it is time for you to make that happen. All right. So after the break, you're going to hear my voice from a few years ago where I was giving a talk on service. Hopefully the audio will be okay because I was, speaking live and I didn't actually have a microphone, but I still am speaking loud enough that you should hear me. So I hope you'll enjoy that and gain something from it.
If fitness is your goal, stop making excuses and start living out actual solutions. You can pout, or you can produce. You can avoid, or you can confront. Whatever you do, figure it out now. Make it happen and allow Jordis.com to encourage and assist you into greatness.
All right, I'm going to speak about service today, and I'm going to talk about it through the life of a gentleman by the name of Joe Bradford. Joe Bradford is an ex-con who served time in a maximum security prison for computer hacking. From the looks of it, his future was not going to be very promising. It has been asked before whether or not the prison system can really rehabilitate. But if you look into the life of Joe Bradford, you'll find out that it can rehabilitate, and it can use a bad experience to allow one person to show the world a better example and a better way. Today, Joe Bradford is known to many as Papa Joe. Papa Joe, after he left prison, he had what many of you guys have, and that is a heart of service. He especially had a heart of service for the youth within his community. The kids would get off the school bus and Papa Joe would be right there, waiting with snacks, encouragement, and his time. During his after-school program, the kids would work on their homework, arts and crafts, and they would even rock out to some cool music. And Papa Joe would be the main one dancing. The interesting thing about Papa Joe, though, he may have looked very healthy on the surface, even energetic at times. But what a lot of people didn't realize was he was helping and serving those children through his own sickness. through his own pain. Papa Joe was fighting kidney disease. For the most part, every time he was around the children, he was in pain. But you would never realize it when you see the faces light up on those children whenever they're in his presence. His impact was so profound. There was a young boy there who did not have a father to call his own. He looked to Papa Joe to be his father. Initially, Papa Joe hesitated on that, but in the end, he realized that helping those children was the greatest way to actually help himself. You know, many of us are a lot like Papa Joe. We at this table, we're ordinary people, but each of us, we're called to do extraordinary things. I found out about Papa Joe in a film that my family and I saw titled Unconditional. The cool thing about that title is fitting for so many reasons. All while pushing through his pain, Papa Joe was unconditional with his time. He was unconditional with his care. But most importantly, he was unconditional in his service to his community. A lot like the young professionals at this table. You know, it really is true. Papa Joe's story could be a lot like our own. Granted, our efforts may never make it to the big screen like Papa Joe's, but it doesn't matter how small we think it is. Anything that we do to help someone else can really be much more powerful than we even realize. There's a story of a friend of mine that I've never told before. It's a childhood friend of mine. A few years ago, she crossed my mind, and, I didn't really think about it. We had not spoken since we were children, so, people cross your mind all the time. But I ended up having a dream about her a few days after that. I said, you know what? I'm going to try my best to find her. I didn't think I was going to really be able to find her. I knew where her home was from when we were kids. But as time passes on, people move away and things change. But I said, why not? I'll go to CVS, I'll get her a card, and I'll write a note in it and sign my name, and I'll try to put it in that mailbox. Well, I didn't think anything about it. A couple of days passed, and my telephone rang. And when my telephone rang, it was my childhood friend. And she said to me, before I got this card from you, I was thinking about doing something very stupid with my life. And she was referring to committing suicide. She said, but when I got your card, it made a difference because it made me feel like somebody was thinking of me. It made me feel like someone cared. Even with Papa Joe, a name like Papa Joe, yeah, it sounds cool, right? And he's not thinking people are looking at him like a real father, but they were. It was more than just a name. Papa Joe was somebody who made an impact. He made a difference. And anybody who knew him or experienced the power of his presence, they knew that it wasn't just a thing to do for him. It was his life, and he meant it. So as we think about Papa Joe, pushing through the pain, you can identify with that in your own life. Sometimes we go through things and it's not a good day for us. Sometimes work is not what we want it to be. Sometimes school is not what we want it to be. Sometimes just our personal self is just out of whack. But I want you to remember Papa Joe during those times. You can think about Papa Joe. You can push through the pain. You can push through and you can make a difference through your pain. You can make a difference even if you're dealing with sickness. Your impact is so profound. When you give your time to a child, you have no idea the time that you give, it could have prevented a suicide and you don't even know it. The time that you give could have been a cure for someone's depression and you don't even know it. So it's not so much about us and what we do. Maya Angelou said it best. She said, I've learned that people will forget what you said, people will forget what you did, but people will forever remember how you made them feel. So while I may not be a messiah, while I may not have 1 million degrees and dollars to match, or 1,000 titles to my name, it is my hope that when you leave my presence, I don't want you to be impressed by anything that I've said. I don't want you to be impressed by anything that I've done. But when you leave my presence, I want you to feel. I want you to feel so good on the inside that you want to pass that feeling on to someone else. Because just like Papa Joe, when all else fails, we can still serve. Yeah, I may not feel that great about what's going on in my life today, but I can still make a difference through my pain. I can still make a difference through my struggles. Because through serving, it never fails. So as long as I have life inside of me, I don't care what's going on in my life or in my body. As long as I have life inside of me, I can be just like Papa Joe. I can push through the pain, and I can still serve. Thank you. Yes, we can push through the pain and we can still serve. When we pay it forward, when we put out those random acts of kindness, that is our service in our community. Do not underestimate the power of your service. It can have a profound impact on the life of the person who receives it. And in the process, your healing can be found there as well. Guys, thank you for listening to this episode. If you're enjoying the podcast, please head over to Facebook and search Squat Wisely to like the Facebook page. You can subscribe to the show by searching Squat Wisely on iTunes and Stitcher. And you can check out the show on iHeartRadio. Just search Squat Wisely. Guys, you know I'll be back next time to do it all over again.
Goosebumps. Powerful. Moved to tears. That's what people say and feel after hearing Kristen speak. Event planners confirm that she exceeds expectations and leaves guests wanting and wishing for more. If you want a speaker that is both gifted and passionate, then visit kristenspeaks.com to book Kristen today. Thank me later.
Kristen speaks and she always knows what to say. Give you motivation that will help you each day. Handing you the tools to make a change in a major way. Now open up your ears so you can hear what she gotta say. Kristen speaks and she always knows what to say. Give you motivation that will help you each day. If you feeling lost, she can help you get found and give you the courage that you need if you feeling down. Using words to motivate you into action, lift you right off your feet and right towards your passion. Help you reach your goals and gain a better life. Give you inspiration to help you see the light. She will put you on the path straight to your dreams and show you that it's really not as hard as it seems. She goes to forums where others might not, like juvenile detention centers where the kids can learn a lot. Giving knowledge to businessmen and women, giving you a boost to be determined and driven. Speaking to students, young or old, she helps from ATL and motivation is her goal. Come on. Kristen speaks and she always knows what to say. Give you motivation that will help you each day. Handing you the tools to make a change in a major way. Now open up your ears so you can hear what she gotta say. Kristen speaks and she always knows what to say. Give you motivation that will help you each day. If you feeling lost, she can help you get found and give you the courage that you need. If you feeling down, if you feeling down, she gonna lift you back up.
Your ears have been listening to the insightful Squat Wisely podcast with Kristen Hester. Kristen is a fitness professional, philosophy professor, and powerful motivational speaker in Atlanta, Georgia. Each week, she delivers wisdom that will inspire and enlighten you to lead a mentally and physically fit lifestyle. Be sure to tune in next time for another dose of much-needed wisdom for the body and the mind.